Yo, what's up FSG, what's up Flow State Gang? We are back with another video. We are back on Gran Turismo Sport, and we are back with the Karting Championship Series. And today we're here with my brother Stony. We are at Horse Thief Mile. This is the last race of the season. Nowhere else we would want to finish it. This track is like, you know what I'm saying, pretty tough to overtake, but I mean, it's good racing and stuff like that too. So that's basically gonna be it. We got Stony here with us. He's basically gonna go ahead and give us the rundown for the points, and he's also gonna talk about the money race as well. Stony, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, guys, just before we get started, got another reminder for you. We have the big goodbye. It's going to be our final race, or it should be our final race in GT Sport. It's going to be March 6th at 8 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be racing for cash prizes. We got $100 for first, 60 for second, 40 for third, paying out PayPal, Venmo, or PSN gift cards, depending on what works best for you. That's as long as we get at least 10 drivers. The race is going to be 2 hours at Spa, 15 minutes of qualifying in LMP1 cars. So the legal vehicles for that race are going to be Audi R18 2016, the Nissan GT-R Nismo 2015, the Porsche 919 Hybrid 2016, and the Toyota TS50 Hybrid 2016. If you're interested in that, just drop a comment down below. We can get you hooked up with the league, into our Discord, and get you into that race tonight, or that day on March 6th. As far as the season standings go, going into this race, there's not a ton to see. Frost is coming in with a pretty safe lead, and since he's here tonight, I think we can expect him to walk away with the championship. He's got a 31-point lead on me. Alex and I, though, are only 6 points apart for second and third. I do have the slight edge on him going into the race tonight. Alex pretty safe from Ajax in fourth. He's behind Alex by 43 points. Hennessy behind Ajax by 62. Island behind Hennessy by 14, but he did not attend tonight. Kiwi, 102 points behind Island. Cripple for Days, 122 points behind Kiwi. Ranger, 15 points behind Days. He is here tonight, so he is likely to pick up a position. Yuri's in 10th, Corey BFU in 11th, Sugar Honey Iced Tea in 12th. Those three are not in attendance tonight. Ninja Nate is in 13th, 113 points behind Sugar, so I expect him to stay where he's at. Milan's Mako in 14th, Real Mad in 15th, and Blazer in 16th. We did have a new member at the race tonight. That's going to be Ballin Benz. You'll see him starting at the back of the grid for each race.
Yeah, so that's basically going to go ahead and wrap up the intro for that. You know what I'm saying? So we're about to go ahead and get into the last race, see what happens. Alright guys, so we're at the grid. The grid is set up for season standings. Real Mad was late, so he will be starting in the back, as you can see, but we're going to go ahead, get into Frost's POV and see what kind of starts everyone can get. Frost actually gets a pretty good start, doesn't even get any wheel spin. Stony gets a little bit loose going into the turn, so I'm actually going to take that place over him. I was really keen on getting a really good start and trying defending from him as much as possible, and I don't even know who went off there. I think Hennessy might have came across the track from the start, so that was a really big mistake from him. So it's looking like it's from Frost, which has got a big lead already, from me and Stony battling, to Ajax, to Lone Ranger, Ninja Nate, and Ballin Benz, which is his debut night. Real Mad, which is, he hasn't raced in a while, but looks like he's going to try to make up the place on Ballin Benz right now as these Frost is up front. Me and Stony right here neck and neck with each other. This track, like Stony said in the intro, it's pretty tough to pass, so right now I'm really gonna try my hardest. Stony definitely had way more pace than me here. I was just trying my hardest to try to figure out where I can grab some pace from, and I just couldn't really figure it out. It takes a lot of smoothness and consistency, and kind of just knowing the line. And I was taking lines, but the lines you got to take here are like really different. So
yeah, there is something to be said about the fact that we've spent more time at this track than any other track on the season. We had our first race in the Variety Series in karts at this track, and then we hit this track twice more during the karting season. So we've spent weeks of practice on this track, between you, I, Frost, and Ajax. Also, I think it's worth noting that Frost and I both race karts in real life. Frost has done it for years, it seems. I've only been doing it for a season, but I think that has a lot to do with why we see such dominance from him in the karts.
Yeah, for sure. I could definitely see that. So we right now, as of now, I got a pretty decent lead over Stony right now. I'm kind of hoping that Ajax can, battle him a little bit, but I kind of doubt that. I've seen that they are unofficially teammates, because we don't have teammates in this season as far, but next season we will be having installing a Constructors Championship as well, so that'll be really fun if we have enough people to do that at least. You see Frosty's taking off, like Frost being Frost, so
oh my god, he's already got like a quarter lap lead.
Yeah, so as you see, we're kind of already struggling a little, just a bit. We're gonna kind of see how Stony runs his lap, and you can differ from what I'm doing and what he's doing. So he runs a 50.1 and I run a 50.5, so it's obviously like a mad difference right there. He kind of locks up a little bit.
Ballin Benz in his first showing with the league is already doing pretty well, showing some promise. He's holding 5th place in the battle with Ninja Nate.
That's crazy.
Some nice liveries on their cards too. Is he running the golf livery?
Yeah, wow.
That's a pretty popular one. You got Golf and
really
Shell back there. Pretty hot looking carts.
Yeah, Ninja Nate is kind of known for having some pretty, pretty fire liveries. This livery, I was kind of looking at it. I was like, dang, that livery is kind of nice. It's really simple. Like, you guys know, I love simple liveries. Like, my livery is like really simple. It's not really too anything crazy, AJ, I really like the red and white and gold kind of livery the Marlboro livery you guys had. I really like that one too. That one's really nice. Yep. I think you guys said you guys were going to run that in real life.
The one that's on Ajax's cart right now is actually the one that we're thinking of having made as a wrap for our carts in real life.
Yeah, so this one right here is really nice. That mug is tough. I like it. So Stony put some work in on that, and I was like, wow, that mug that's really clean. So I think a lot of the guys in the league aspire from making some pretty good liveries. You see Frost, he runs a Tony Kart livery, which that's a real team in real life. I think they're probably them and like CRG are probably one of the most dominant teams in the karting world. He kind of goes off a little bit, makes a bit of a mistake, but we're still holding it down in 2nd place. So I'm like, if I can just do this, you know what I'm saying, then I'll be set. But I know Stony still has like some crazy paces. I'm running 0.35. Stony runs a 51.3. Obviously makes a mistake, but the lap before was a 0.1 and a 0.6. I actually do run a 49.9 on the 2nd lap, so
these laps are not the best for me right now. I've been having a rough race so far in the first heat. The nerves were definitely getting to me, this being the championship race.
Yeah,
I knew I had to perform to hold my lead on you, so coming out behind you is going to hurt. Every point counts right now.
I was trying my absolute hardest. Like right here, I was just sweating my ass off, trying hard to make it happen. I was just like, anything. I'm putting it all on the line here. So that's literally what my thought process was. But behind top 4, we have Ball and Benz and Ninja Nate are still right behind each other. They're still right there, as Hennessy kind of makes a bit of a mistake. Lone Ranger's in the back, not really having the best race.
Or the race. And it looks like we lost Real Mad dropped out at some point here. Must have had a bad time, quit the race.
So now we're down to 8. Still pretty good numbers. So we're kind of sitting here watching Ball and Benz and Ninja Nate, see if Ninja Nate can kind of come back from this bit of an adversary. It's a really nice turn into there. Ballin, really nice turn in there. So I didn't really know how experienced Ballin was.
No, it seems like he's a pretty good pickup for the league. I appreciate having more midfield drivers, makes the racing more interesting, and I'm sure we'll see some improvement out of him. I doubt that he was racing karts competitively before tonight, and he only had a couple days to practice after he joined up with us, so I'm anticipating him doing pretty well next season.
Yeah, a few days of practice on this track and he's doing this good. This track is tough though. Like, stay on track and stuff like that, and it's not even that. Like, you got to be really smooth. Like, you got to be really intimate with the pedal and the brake and all that stuff and the steering. Like, I think you definitely you were in a flow state this whole week on this track. This track is just not my track, honestly. I don't really, I'm saying, I'm still quick, but as you see, you ran a 49.4.
So I'm a 10th off my personal best on this track right now. You go off the track, I get into your rear end, so that's going to bring us pretty close together now. I don't have to 8. You go off the track again, so I'm going to pull into P2.
I didn't
coming behind me in P3.
I don't know why I didn't brake hard enough. I thought I was going to stay on track, but I didn't stay on track. So now I'm going to
hold your position in front of Ajax, though. Hopefully. Ajax.
And I'm just right there. I'm just like, bro, those are points. Those are very important points right there that I just gave up. Look at Frost. Like, what the hell? 49.6, 48.6, 49.9, 40, actually no, 48.9, 49.7, 48.6, 48.2, 40.
48.2.
Like, what the hell?
I would really like to know what the world record is on this track. Frost says that 47s are possible with no slip. His optimal was a 47.9, I think he told us. I cannot believe that. That's insanely fast to me. That 49.4 I ran, I was really happy with it. I'm wondering if gearing can help you get there, but it's blistering, the pace he's putting down.
Yeah, it's crazy. So now, I'm trying to hold my position from Ajax, but I think so Ballin and Ninja are still going at it. So this is a really nice battle here. Ballin kind of gets in the dirt a little bit. He's going to defend the inside, so it's some really good defense from him. I think Ninja was probably being a little bit patient, but going on into lap 10, I'm still trying to hold my position from Ajax. He's on me, so I'm trying my hardest, and he gets a little bit of peak of an inside, but that's more of a bit of a defensive line I took to try to defend against these. I'm kind of switching towards the inside, me trying to do that just to make sure, you know what I'm saying, I could take the racing line and kind of fend him off from it. So
on the final lap, I don't think it's the worst idea to try to just get on the person's rear bumper coming out of that last hairpin, try to get some slip and get the slingshot, because that's very difficult to defend. I don't know if that's what he's thinking or if he's just been trying to pass you this whole time. But
yeah, this I was trying to I think it was in the last race, I was trying to defend against Frost, and it was just like really tough. But he's gonna come home first. Stoney's second.
Looks like you're gonna bring in third.
Bringing in third. I could have had second place. You know what I'm saying? I freaking folded. You know what I'm saying? I kind of tapped out a little bit. You know, you really got to stay focused. One little slip in the mind. You know what I'm saying? And it can really get you gone. But Ballin wins the fight over Ninja Nate. So I'm impressed with that. Lone Ranger was not able to catch Hennessy. Hennessy comes home in the 7th place. So his best time was a 41.4. Not too bad for him. But
Lone Ranger appears to have taken a right instead of a left. Not sure what was going on there. He might have just been resigned to taking last place and tried to have some fun. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's going to wrap up the first race. So as of right now, it's advantage Stoney as far as second place. So let's get into the next one. All right, so for the second heat.
Got that inverted grid. Frost in last, Stoney second to last. Ballin's still going to hang out in dead last place since he's our new driver.
And we're off. Hennessy gets a pretty decent start. He might get a jump on Ninja Nate going on the outside here, starting the top 3. So it looks like Lone Ranger is going to go ahead and stay in front of Ninja Nate. Hennessy is going to try to attack Ninja, gives him a bit of a peak. Really hard racing going on with the top 3 right here. I actually ended up getting in front of Ajax and Stoney, but I actually let Ajax through. Hennessy gets loose off the track. I think that's Lone Ranger dropping down the order as well.
Yeah.
So both
Hennessy,
of them drop down the order.
and Ranger.
So the only one from the top 3 is Ninja Nate. I think that's really it. So you give me a bit of a shove here, a bit of a bump, wasn't really much. I'm gonna try to defend from you. I give you a bit of a squeeze just so I could get a little bit of room, because I was kind of going into the dirt, and I really kind of get away with cutting that in right there. I'm not gonna lie, this second race I was being really, really aggressive.
Hey man, I think that was totally fair. I don't think I was giving you enough space on the shoulder there. Like you said, you were off in the dirt and I was right on your side panel, so
and
I think
literally
that's totally understandable.
Ajax right here. And look at this, look at this, look at this tight racing.
Lap
look at
2,
this.
5 cars all in a tight pack. This is insane. This is the closest racing we have ever had. 3 wide going through the corner there.
I get bumped out a little bit. I really did not want to go into the dirt. I'm sitting here next to Stoney. I'm trying to defend as much as I can, and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm just making sure I know where he's at the whole time, and then trying to apply myself in the position. But with Frost in the way, it's just, you know what I'm saying, like,
we're all in the way right now. Look at that, us side by side again. I do the exact same thing coming out of that last hairpin, bump you off the track a little bit. This time I come out ahead though.
I want to think about, like, I'm just, because I'm in an aggressive mindset, so I'm like, I'm not going to take any chances going up into here. So there's like absolutely no way. I get into the dirt a little bit, not really much of a problem. As long as I'm still here, I'm like, okay, all right, bet. Really hard racing, really good racing. The whole pack is right here other than Lone Ranger. So this is like looking really entertaining. This is what we've been wanting. Like we could get this in Group 3 next season. That would be nice, and I kind of give you a bit of a contact there.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, I backed off a lot just so I made sure you didn't go. into the gravel.
The Shadow Realm.
Facts. And I'm defending from Frost, but trying to attack you at the same time. So I'm taking the inside line, and Frost actually goes into the dirt. So, and he kind of gets into Ninja Nate too. He might lose a position, so Frost gives that position to him. I think you and Ajax, I think, switch positions, and I think I'm gonna try.
You're gonna go into the inside on Ajax. I'm not sure if there was contact there, or if
I gave him a little bit of a bump, but I think he might have he gave me a little bit of space, but there was contact, and then he said something to me a little bit, but I was just like, I didn't really think I hit him, and it was minimal contact. It was kind of just, I kind of had already dive bombed, so I'm not gonna lie.
He didn't stay on the track. He didn't spin or anything.
I could literally feel how, like, he was low key probably a little bit angry, because usually he wouldn't be on my tail like this, and I was actually like running pretty hot through there. So I wasn't really thinking much of anything, and I kind of slipped a little bit, but then he took it on the inside, so I'm like, is he really gonna do this? And
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brutal.
Yeah, so that happened, and then he got a 2-second penalty for it. So I don't know. For me, it kind of says it all right there that he got a penalty. That, you know what I'm saying, you kind of see what happened.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man.
I said, I was just like, bruh, and I didn't say anything about it. Actually, I think I did tell him, but he didn't respond, so it's, you know, it is what it is. But
that might be something I'll have to talk to him about.
Yeah, so Stoney's up in first, Frost in second, Ajax in third, Ninja Nate in fourth, Benz fifth, Hennessy, and then me in last. So I'm really, really far back. So I'm trying to make a recovery drive on some Frost shit, but I don't, you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah, it's quite the gap, and we're 5 laps into a race on a very short track. You don't have a whole lot of time to work with here.
No, I do not. Oh, Ball and Benz and Hennessy are going to go at it. Hennessy's going to try to make this place up on him. Really nice battle in here. Hennessy's having a pretty... Right when I say something.
Yep. Oh, hey, I just noticed we lost Lone Ranger. He must have dropped out at some point.
Lone Ranger dropped out too. I mean, yeah, this track is tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to stay on track and stuff like that, like, it is very, very tough. You see all 4 of us were fighting really hard, but Stoney's
Frost
in first.
is picking up ground on me.
Yeah, so 49.6, like, if I was running those, oh, you know what I'm saying, that would be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying, like that'd probably be gravy for me, but yeah, I just couldn't even get like 49.4, like I just couldn't do it. And Stoney's doing it comfortably. I couldn't even really get like a 49.9 comfortably, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have taken everything out of me. It's just my perception of the track needs to change in how I do it and how, you know, how I race it. But back to the battling.
I think it's really important to get into a rhythm here and keep the kart smooth.
Yeah, I think I think it's more my racing line and stuff like that. Because I noticed even when I was racing you guys and, you know what I'm saying, and battling, like, I really probably need to. I think I need to transition to more, instead of mid-apex, it's a lot more late apexing and more torque, like you were saying. Probably my gearing probably needs to be fixed a little bit. 48.1, like, what the like, bro.
Yeah, he was in my slip for that lap. I think that was probably the fastest lap of the night.
I think it was too. He's gonna go underneath you here. Really good defense right there. Solid defense. You kind of give him the inside. Hopefully this is a switchback. Take it on the outside. Try to pin him again. See, those were
like it might be. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah. So, and then he gets away. So then, okay. So me seeing that, I looked up and I wanted to see how fast Frost could overtake Stoney, and I was just like, around this. And I remember last season it was Horse Thief Mile. It wasn't Horse Thief Mile 2. I remember last time we were here, Stoney was in first. The same situations right here. He actually defended him for a very, very, very long time. I know you. I'm pretty sure you remember that. You defended him for probably 7 laps. I think I remember. Was it like 7 laps?
It was a little while. I don't know if it was 7, but it was a good chunk of the race. He was just being patient, waiting for me to make a mistake, and I had put a good run together. But he just took his opportunity here, and it paid off for him.
Yeah, but just with the guy that has so much pace, you don't even have to attack like that. You could just be patient and just wait, you know, and kind of just like sit and settle and stuff like that, you know. It's just crazy how much pace he has in his car. Like, look, he's just throwing it in, carrying the speed on the outside.
You're up on Ball and Benz's rear bumper now. It looks like you might pick up a second position from last place here, so you're going to gain some of those points back, put you within reach of possibly a points win on me, depending on how the final goes still. You're not completely out of the race yet as far as the whole night's worth of points go.
Yeah, so, yeah, those two positions were really out. Like, after me and Ajax's incident, I really was kind of thinking about just, you know, just not like leaving or anything, but just kind of just chilling and cruising. But I was just like, it's not really in my DNA to do that. So I was like, let me just try to get as much as I can.
There's always positions to be gained back. We've seen that over and over and over this season.
I ran the last couple laps. I ran a 49.9, a 49.9, and a 50.5. So, you know, I was
starting to put together a little bit of consistency.
Trying to, you know, those 49s is tough to hit. About literally your best lap. I'm a half a second off of what you were hitting.
You know, the 3 laps after you wrecked were your best laps of the race.
Yeah, it was. I just had a voice crack there. Yeah, it was. So Frost comes home in first. Stoney comes home in a proud second. Third for Ajax. Fourth for Ninja Nate. It's pretty good for him. And then the fifth for me. Pretty good recovery drive, I would say. I think those two positions were pretty important. So that's basically going to go ahead and wrap it up. Hennessy, Ball and Benz comes home in sixth. Hennessy is going to come home in seventh. And now we're going to go ahead and get into the last race. All right, so we're at the grid for the 15-lap feature. Because of the incident I kind of had the first couple 2 heats, I am in third place. Hennessy's in first. From Ninja to me, Ajax, Stoney, Frost, Ball and Benz. You see Hennessy actually goes first. So we're going to go ahead from the jump, get an overtake on him. And then on Ninja Nate, we're going to go ahead and be patient with this one. Ninja Nate goes crazy wide. He actually goes into the dirt. He's going to lose a few positions, so that leaves me up in the first place. And Ajax is up in the second, fighting his teammate Stoney. Frost is there too. Frost is going to try to maybe sneak it up on the inside of Ajax, but is going to try and get it on the inside of Stoney here. Now Stoney is going to be on the inside coming into this part. Will he try to defend? Will Frost get the grip on the outside? I don't know, but Frost might have his bumper in there to maybe squeeze an inside line. I don't think so. So Frost will wait, but Frost is actually under attack from Ninja Nate. So it's going to give Stoney maybe a little bit of breathing room from that and try to focus more on Ajax. But we are up in the first place pretty comfortably. So from the last 2 races, I figured, I was like, this is probably the best thing I've needed. You know what I'm saying? And I figured with probably a few more points positions in the first 2 races, I would have been feeling even better. But obviously, we know how Frost's pace is, and you know how, like, you know, it's never really over for him. With 15 laps, like, anything can happen really with anybody. So Ajax is up in a second. Frost, I think these 3 are definitely going to tussle a little bit. Ooh, Stoney, you go off the track.
Yep.
So it's going to leave you vulnerable to the rest of the guys down. So now you're down to 5th place.
I was just trying to cling on to that spot with Frost there on the outside. I think I just gave it a little bit too much gas. There may have been a tiny bit of contact there, but nothing egregious. Someone seems to have already dropped out of the race. Looks like Hennessy quit.
Oh, yeah. So that's 3 guys in 3 races, or maybe I think Real Mad and Lone Ranger dropped out in the same race.
I don't think we've actually Real Mad dropped out on lap 1 of the first race. Ranger dropped out early in the second race, and then Hennessy dropped out in the third. I don't think we've ever had 3 DNFs before. This is a little bit unusual.
Yeah, it is.
So I go way off the track in the first complex of corners there, so I'm firmly in last place looking to make a recovery drive. That's going to give you a good shot at the championship. I think actually if you had won and I'd finished in last, we would have either been tied or you would have won by a point.
That's why the first couple of races was really important, like, because I was thinking before this race, I said look, I'm in 3rd place. The only way this is going to work is if I somehow figure out to win and Stoney gets a bad...
Look at that lead you've got. You're in a really good spot right now with me all the way in the back and you all the way in the lead there.
With you, but from Frost, he's going to catch me in like 2 laps. He's literally going to catch me in like 3 laps.
That's true, but as far as season points go, really, if it were me, I would just let Frost by when he got to me. It's not worth the risk. Actually, you can't do that. You have to win.
I needed to win. No, I needed to win.
True.
I was defending like a lion, like on some Fernando Alonso. Like, bro, I was like... You're gonna watch me and him battle, and it's like we're gonna go back and forth. I didn't give a crap how fast he was. I was like, bro, you're not getting past me without what I'm saying, earning it. I was like, you're gonna have to earn.
Yep. Looks like
this
he's picking up some
position.
ground on Ajax, gaining on you. Ajax gapping Ninja Nate a little bit. Field starting to spread out, down to only 6 drivers from 9. We think that's going to be the story of the day for this race.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be the story of the day. But we're gonna go ahead and watch Frost. So Frost is gonna 45 already. Like, this is so quick.
Take a look at Frost's gearing.
I know, I'm watching him right now, and it's
Second,
watch this
third.
from third.
Watch how short 5th is when he goes through 5th gear. Actually, it's going to be a minute until he gets to that last straight, but he never reaches 5th gear anywhere on the track except for that final straight.
It's all torque, though. I think that's what it is.
Well, it's interesting because if you look at the torque curve on the go-karts, it actually increases with RPMs. So the karts are the fastest running high RPMs in theory anyway.
Oh, wait, okay, so...
You can't really argue with his lap time, so clearly what he's doing is working. It just looks very weird to me. 3rd, 4th, and then watch him shift into 5th here. He's already redlining in 5th, basically, as soon as he shifts. Same thing in 6th, he's halfway up in the RPMs. He must have been prioritizing acceleration at the top end, and maybe trying to keep it soft in the bottom 4 gears to maintain traction, maybe. Very interesting gearing theory here as he catches up to you.
I already knew he was going to catch me, but it was just about, you know what I'm saying, like, defending as well as I could and trying my hardest. So definitely the first heat and this right here was definitely like where I was like trying to gain the hardest. You see he makes a slight mistake, but he's already right back on me with the mistake he just made.
Looks like I'm going to catch ball in here.
Okay, so we got a little bit of recovery. So I think the simultaneous Frost catching me, you catching ball and thing. So it's all kind of going off on lap 6. So
anything can happen here.
So Frost is gonna do to me basically what he did to you. He's gonna just kind of just be patient and just wait. I was gonna be really extra aggressive with him because I already knew he had hella pace. So I was literally gonna be like. So you see, I'm taking the inside line.
He's gonna try to balling.
Let's see what happens.
I'm on his inside coming into the kink. Not much contact there, but he can't hold on to it.
I feel like
goes off the track. That's going to put me in 5th.
I feel like you definitely tried more than what Ajax did.
Yeah, I was on the brakes going into that. I was trying to slow up, not make contact with him. That is a really tough spot on the track to pass.
It's just watching him get out of that pit is crazy. Frost actually, he goes into the dirt here. I didn't even really shove him off there, but that right there, I was like, okay, we still got like 8 laps to go.
You're only halfway through the race here. You're pretty much right where you were on lap 2, so it looks like you might be able to pull off a win here at this point.
I'm trying my hardest, like, you know, just Frost was just kind of just being patient, and he had so much. It was like you said with the gearing, his gearing gave him a crazy amount of advantage in grip and just like in acceleration out of the corners, even when he was like trying to do switchback moves, and I was just trying to like, you know, defend and stuff like that. Like, it didn't make any sense.
And it is something I noticed in practice is that a lot of the time, at worst, it didn't really hurt a lot of the time to stay in a higher gear and run through the whole RPM range in that gear as opposed to downshifting to get more acceleration out of it. For whatever reason, on this track with how much the karts slide, it kind of paid off to not put quite as much power down on exit and keep your kart more stable. I think that might have been what Frost was going for.
Yeah, so...
And you know, especially with him being on a controller, that might have been even more important for him. He's getting back right up on your rear bumper again here. He's made up that gap he lost going into the dirt. Looks like he's back in your slip. You're going to go off the track here a little bit. It's going to close the gap. Still defensive through that first hairpin, though.
Yeah, I was trying my hardest. So I'm trying to cover off the inside, give him as less space as possible. As you see, she's taking that really late apex. And it was like I was trying to take the mid so I can get to the middle of the track to cut him off from doing that, and I was just not getting any power whatsoever out of those corners. So he was just getting so much more power than I was. And then he goes through right there, and then
9 laps in.
So he gives me the position back because he cut the track, which I didn't think he was going to do that.
He didn't even get a penalty. He didn't have to do that.
He didn't even have to. I don't know why he did that, but you know, he could have walked away with it right there, but instead he gives it to me, so I'm like, okay.
I do appreciate the sportsmanship from Frost. In this race and the last race, he was similarly courteous. So on track, the guy's etiquette, you can't really argue with it.
So it's been about 3 laps now, and I'm just trying to defend like a line. He makes a mistake. That might have even helped him right there. I'm covering off the inside, like I'm trying my hardest. And he's getting these cutbacks, like crazy cutbacks, and I'm like, bro, how? I'm like,
wow.
Bro, how am I supposed to, like, bro, like, what are you, like, I literally was just like, I don't know, like, he's got a crazy setup here, and he goes off track, so I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, okay, so God keeps giving me these opportunities, and I'm trying to maximize them as much as I can, and I'm trying my hardest, and yeah, I think
Frost gets loose again. You get a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, so he's giving it to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to apply as much pressure. Obviously, it's sort of kind of working, but
we're seeing pretty even spacing throughout the field at this point, with the exception of Ballin, who went off the track when I made a move on him earlier.
Yeah, so now you look at my lap times: 40, 51, 52. 50, those aren't gonna cut it. 50, 50, 50. Those aren't gonna cut it. This man is running 50. Well, okay. Well, actually, okay.
He's been with you the whole time.
Yeah, he's been with me the whole time, so he's been running my pace the whole time. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So with 3 laps left to go, I'm just like, bro, I gotta keep it together. Like, and I was keeping it together, you know. It's just the pace he has is just crazy.
A win tonight would make you only the 4th different driver to win a karting series race. As it stands right now, I've only won 1. Sugar Honey Iced Tea won the first event of the season before Frost was on the scene, and he's pulled off 10 wins this season in feature races.
As you see, he's gunning on the outside, so I'm like, okay. I should have been more aggressive there.
Ooh.
I should have been more aggressive.
Gets much better drive through that corner.
He on the outside though. It's just like, bruh. If I feel like if I would have had his gearing and I could have figured it out, I probably could have defended a whole lot better and probably would have had way faster laps, but I just kind of took the setup that I had the last time we were here. You see, now I'm just thinking like it's over. I tried to dive bomb, like I tried, but his grip is just too much. Like his grip is too much. I tried to, you know what I'm saying, risk it, but it's just too much. And now he's away. And I tried my hardest. It wasn't enough. And I'm looking like Stoney's up in 4th. I'm like, bro, I need this win. Like, it just wasn't enough.
2.5 laps remaining here. Looks like I'm not quite within striking distance of 3rd. I'm likely going to finish in 4th place here.
I think Frost makes coming up on mistake here though. So yeah, you've gotten past Ninja Nate, so it's a pretty good recovery. So me and you probably had about the same, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But so I believe I do remember actually Frost did end up making a mistake, and it gave me a little bit more hope, a little bit of a glimmer of hope. I think it might have been.
Yeah, he just went off the track there. He gained quite a bit of ground on him, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough.
No, it was not enough. So, yeah, I was just like, man.
Gap back to 3rd is very comfortable. Ajax is likely going to finish where he is. I'm likely going to finish where I am, as is Ninja Nate. All that's really left to see is if Frost can keep his cart on the track for 1 more lap.
And that's going to wrap up the season right there. Frost is the champion. And then I got 2nd place in the race, so I guess I could probably take that home. Ajax is 3rd. Stoney comes home in 4th place. Nice recovery drive from him. Ninja Nate, 5th place. Ballin' Benz in 6th place. Pretty good debut. I'd say the first race is probably his best race, getting the 5th place. Fighting Ninja, you know what I'm saying? So I think they'll probably, if these guys stick around for next season in GT7, they'll probably be seeing each other in races a whole lot more. So it's really good racing from them.
Yeah, the trend this season has been closer and closer racing each week, so I'm very excited about the future of this series. This series in particular has got to be my favorite. The racing here is always super close.
Yeah, facts. That's gonna wrap.
With the limited setup options, it really brings the pack together.
It does. I think at GT7 it'll probably bring a whole lot more to the table with setup and stuff like that. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're about to go ahead and get into the points. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap up the season. You know what I'm saying? We're wrapping up GT Sport and GTA. So we're not gonna be seeing the next probably next league, not league, next race for probably about a month or so. We're probably taking a bit of a month off, you know what I'm saying, for recruitment and stuff like that, and kind of selling into different games. But that's gonna wrap up the season. It was a really, really good season for GT Sport. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just, I'm not gonna lie, Stoney, we got on GT Sport. We kind of just got it kicked off really quick. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like a crazy, like, thought out, like, you know what I'm saying, monthly thought out process like we did with like GTA. It was kind of, you know what I'm saying, abrupt. But I think GT Sport was really easy to work with to kind of do that type of stuff. But it was a really good season.
After 3 seasons in GTA, I was super happy to be on a real racing game. We did kind of cobble it together right as the season started, and as such, we treated this season as a test for future seasons in GT Sport. The kart series we actually didn't even decide we were going to do until after our first Variety Series race. We did it in karts, and it was a ton of fun, so we stuck with it. Yeah, and I'm really excited going forward for the next seasons in GT7. Like you said, we're not going to be racing for a little while here. The next race isn't going to be until March 6th. That's going to be our final goodbye to GT Sport. We're going to be having a pay race that day. We'll have more details on that in a minute. That would mean our official season is going to start March 13th. I believe we're going to have 2 GT7 races that week, and then the following week we'll have our first GTA race of the season. So, again, guys, if you're interested in any of that, leave a comment below. We'd be happy to get you involved in the league. The more, the merrier. For our race tonight, the points, Frost got his 6th sweep of the season, so he swept half of the events in our 12-race season for a total of 10 wins. 10 wins. Alex came in 2nd in the feature, but 3rd in points with 62. Ajax came in 3rd in the feature, but 4th in points with 61. I came in 4th in the feature, but 2nd in points with 63. Ninja Nate came in 5th with 56. Ballin' Benz came in 6th with 54. Hennessy in 7th with 50. Lone Ranger and Real Mad both dropped out before the features, so they finished with 6 and 2 points respectively tonight. For the season point standings, that means nothing really changed in the top 8 drivers. Actually, nothing moved at all. So we finished with Frost as our season champion. I finished in 2nd. You finished in 3rd, 7 points behind me. Ajax finished in 4th. Hennessy in 5th. Island in 6th. Mustang Kiwi in 7th. Cripple for Days in 8th. Again, pretty large gaps between drivers with the exception of you and I. Ninja Nate in 9th, Ranger in 10th, Yuris in 11th, Corey BFU in 12th, Sugar Honey Iced Tea in 13th. Real Mad and Milan's Mako tied for 14th, but because Real Mad showed up to more events, he's going to take the position. So, Real Mad in 14th, Milan's Mako in 15th. Ballin' Benz picks up a position with his only showing of the season. He's going to finish in 16th with Blazer 50 in last on the season. Again, guys, like I said, we are going to be doing a pay race on, let me get the details up here, March 6th at 8 p.m. That's going to be Central Time. That is going to be a pay race. First is going to get $100, second gets $60, third gets $40 in the form of PayPal, Venmo, or a PSN gift card. Again, that's if we have a minimum of 10 drivers. That's going to be a Group 1 race at Spa. If we do the pay version with over 10 drivers, it's going to be 2 hours with a 15-minute qualifying. Legal cars for that, again, it's going to be Audi R18 2016, Nissan GTR Nismo 2015, Porsche 919 Hybrid 2016, and the Toyota TS050 Hybrid 2016. So again, if you want to get in on that, leave your interest in the comments, and we will definitely happily snatch you up for that race.
Yeah, guys, so it's going to go ahead and wrap it up. I really cannot wait next season in karting to battle more with Stoney. You know what I'm saying? It was really, really fun throughout this whole season. We've been really, really close, you know. I don't think I ever was in second place and you were in third in the champion. I don't think there was ever like a lead, like a second place change, or like a position change with me and you. I think it was always, or maybe I might have been on the back foot a little bit, and I think I was in like 4th at one point, maybe. I think because Cripple dropped out. So I think I wasn't even in
Yeah, I
third.
mean, in the GT Sport Racing Championship going into the last race, I was in second and you were in third, and you wound up coming with a first place finish on the season. But that was only a 6 race season, and the point structure is a little bit different, so things like that are more likely to happen. The kart races are worth a lot more points because we have the heat feature structure, and it
Yeah.
was a much longer season. It was twice as long, 12 races as opposed to 6. But yeah, I mean, me and you in GT Sport in general tend to be pretty closely competitive. Um, yeah.
Yeah. So I was basically gonna go ahead and wrap it up. About to go.
Actually, should also let people know all indications are, according to Frost, that he may be retiring from GT Sport next season, which, while we'll miss him, is great news for the rest of us in terms of the competitiveness for next season. I think it's going to be really fun to watch you, me, Ajax, and a few of the others battle it out next season. I'm really hoping Sugar Honey Iced Tea's work schedule is more fitting
Yeah,
by the
for
time next
sure.
season rolls around and he can start showing up to more races. I really liked having him around. With
Yeah.
only 2 races, he finished in 6th in the standings behind someone who had attended 5 events. So
Yeah, that's
definitely a
pretty
good guy
good.
to have around as well.
If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the noty bell when I update, just so you guys don't miss any updates. And that's basically gonna wrap up the season. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna wrap up the first season. There's a bit of a test, but it actually ended up being a pretty good season. I don't know if it'll be canon official. We don't really know like that. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up coming up short on the second place. You know what I'm saying? A few incidents, a few races before. I feel like we could have definitely got there, but it was a really good season overall. But we're gonna move on to GT Sport. No, GT7. That's gonna be crazy to see. You know what I'm saying? I really cannot wait for that. Starting off fresh. Hopefully we can get a nice bit of bodies there. But that's basically gonna wrap up the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and do what I said. You know what I'm saying? We're about to go ahead and get up out of here. Hope y'all having a great day. I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.